Okay. So we're going to want to grab the iPad, and so we can watch chat. Let's get the camera looking good. You think higher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, paparazzi.
This isn't great. Let's rotate the camera. Alex, we're testing the microphone in a new position. Can you hear me? Rotate. Christian talk. Alex, can you hear Christian talk?
Hello. Can you hear me speaking? He said yes to the first one.
You did say yes to the first one. Nope, that's not where we're at.
A little echoey.
Yeah, it's going to be echoey because... Okay, this is... Yeah, it's going to be echoey because this room is big. You heard him speam?
Speam?
Alright, so... Oh, I guess it's getting audio from all the cameras as well, so... I think.
Is there actually a way to mute these?
There is, but I don't know if we need to do that. We might need to do that if that's the cause of the echo, but...
Like we could hit the mute on that right there.
Yeah. This is doing my brain in. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. Hey, we're super new to this setup. We've never used this setup before, so please be patient with us. All right, Christian. Gonna need some Klingon ships. We're gonna need some CIS ships. I'm gonna use inventory for the CIS ships.
All right.
You know what? Stands. I have some lists done. So let's see what ships we're going to be using. We should print out the rules. We should get the iPad so we can see the chat.
we got Alexander saying nice, and hang on. Just gonna move closer so that I can see. He also says teach.
All right.
But then Alex says patience isn't what I'm good at, and but it looks dope.
Yeah, we'll get this set up better so you can actually see the whole table. I'm not exactly sure how to do that, but we'll figure it out eventually.
And Federation players promoting a vegan lifestyle.
They don't eat. I mean, they eat whatever comes out of the replicator, I guess.
Well, I heard they take crap and turn into apples. But of course, that's coming from a television show that is, that's one of the trash Star Trek shows.
All right, so we need to get on faith range first, so we can print things wirelessly. So we need to get into. Now, here's a disclaimer. I don't know if this is a legal list. So we've got a list prepared that uses, I think this is the Eternal Dynasty as a backdrop. So Christian, you're going to need a Negvar.
I'm not too familiar with.
That's fine. I will help you with that. I don't see a Negvar in there. You see a big green one?
A big green one that isn't Cardassian or Jemadar.
Well, neither the Cardassians nor the Jemadar are. Alex, you can't call the cops. They don't know where I live. This is a hilarious list. I think this is going to be pretty ridiculous. Okay, so there is... This list is not serious. So there's one Vorcha right there. Okay.
There's another Vorcha.
No, that's not in the list. There should be another box. Because this is just... Yeah, there's only a couple Klingon ships in here. Okay. So you got one Vorcha. Let's find the box. Okay, supposedly that printed. So I need to grab my CIS list if it's still around. Oh my gosh, it probably isn't. I didn't save it. I'm going to share this as a list. Copy link. I'm going to drop this in the family chat so I don't lose it.
No, I gotta find where I put my phone down.
Here. Hey Google, call Christian.
Never mind, found it.
Which Christian?
You found it?
Call it.
Okay, shoot. How am I going to find this list? Well, shoot. Let me go see what other lists we're going to have. We were going to do the CIS versus the Klingons, but we're going to do something else. So first and foremost, we need Klingons. So Christian, you need a Negvar somewhere.
Oh, where the waiting button?
Somewhere. Copyright strike. I don't think it's over here. I think Yeah, Klingons over here. Does anyone know where I put my Klingons?
I believe they're stuck on Kronos.
Oh, I think I found them. This off. This off. Looks like Klingons to me. Okay. So, Christian, your list calls for, tell me on there.
Where?
Oh,
This
shoot.
list.
Go grab it off the printer. Pretty sure it's a Katinga, a Cavort, a Vorcha, and 7 birds of prey. Now, I apologize, these birds of prey are not painted. I don't even know if I have 7 complete stands for them. We're in the process of updating all of our Star Trek fleets to better files, make sure they're printed in resin, so yada yada. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll have some cloaked ones. 7.
Okay.
So what's the list?
So, Nekvar.
Nekvar, right here. It doesn't look good, but there it is.
Alright. A Vorcha.
Vorcha, it's right there.
Okay. Katinga.
Katinga is... Do I have a good... I think all my Katingas are cloaked. Oh, no, here's a non-cloaked one. There you go.
Oh, wait. And it looks like I need, I think that's 7 bird prey.
Birds of prey, yeah. Okay. Are you sure you don't have a cohort in there too? Negvar.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Negvar, Vorcha. What's next? Cavort?
Cavort, yeah.
Cavort right there. Okay. Katinga.
And let's see, Katinga and 7 birds of prey.
Okay, so we're going to take that one out. Now I'm going to go make another list. Real quick. I need to borrow.
Wait, what is that? I can't see that.
Alex says, I laughed out loud here when you said somewhere over the copyright strike. So we're going to use... Okay, so in Warfleets, it calls for... The basics of it are not the stands that we're going to use for our tabletop because we use bigger ships than I think they imagined when people were going to play this. So we're going to have some 60mm bases right there. We're going to put the Katinga on a 60mm peg base right there. And then I think we're going to use a 90mm base for the Negvar. Then we're going to use fighter bases to do the birds of prey.
I think we missed this one comment.
Is it the copyright strike comment?
No, it's the one below it. It's the Klingons are chasing Kirk around Uranus. How rude! How rude indeed.
Alright. Gonna take some bases out of inventory. So Christian, be careful with these bases. So there is 1 and 2. So go ahead and start reading the rules, Christian.
Very.
If you feel comfortable, you can even read them out loud. Because some people, I'm guessing a few people, are not going to know what Warfleets is yet.
Alright, alright. I'll just put this down here. Okay. General principles. The most important rule, whenever the rules are unclear, use common sense and personal preference. Have fun. Huh. Okay. Modifiers. Regardless of modifiers, rolls and rolls of 6 are always successes, and rolls of 1 are always fails.
That's important, regardless of modifiers. So you can critically hit and you can critically miss.
There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to go for it. Preparation. The fleets, the players put together 2 fleets of equal point cost before the game begins. We recommend 300 points to start and 450 points for a full match.
Is this guy 150 points? Let's see. He's 135 points, so we're gonna play 100 and we're gonna play 450.
I don't know if this is like a website or.
What's it say?
Well, it has a force with a org and dot.
What?
Here, look.
What? Force org. So it's force organization.
Okay. My brain could not handle this one. But, anyway. Force organization. And it's listed in brackets as optional. Players may only bring up to 1 hero per 200 points in their fleet, and only X copies of the same ship, where X is 1 per 150 points in their fleet. Fleets may only have max of 1 ship per 50 points, and max. And max 1 squadron per 35 points. Where is everybody? I start reading and people leave me alone. Just like at work. Okay, example. At 450 points max, 2 heroes max, 3 copies of each ship max, 9 ships, and max 12 squadrons. The battlefield. The game is played on a flat 6x4 surface. I don't know if this qualifies, but anyway, with at least 5 to 10 pieces of terrain on it. Oh wait, do we have terrain? Do we have terrain for this movement? I'll ask Pulse Rival. It's fine. The game can only Also played on smaller surfaces as long as armies deploy at least 24 inches apart. Yeah, I stopped reading for a bit because I kind of lost my focus for a second. Okay. Mission. Place D3 plus 2 objectives. Players roll off to go first, and then alternate in placing 1 marker each over 9 inches away from the table edge. Deployment zones and each other. If a ship moves over a marker, remove it from the table, and it is carried by that ship. If the ship is removed from play, then the marker is dropped on the spot. The game ends after 4 rounds, and the player that is holding most markers wins. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds cool. Playing the game. The game is played in rounds of 4 phases, in which all models of that type must be activated. Before starting the next phase, the players alternate in activating 1 model each, starting with the player that won the deployment round off. Each new round, the players then alternate in starting first. Oh, really? I guess because I have the paper in front of my face when the microphone's just right here. Yeah, I get you. I'm not a very loud speaker, but I'm working on it. Okay, seriously, where did he go?
What do we miss in chat?
Oh, just the little constructive feedback about how my voice.
I think we're going to have to look into... Oh, it's because this is on mute. How long has this been blinking? Can you hear us better now?
Can you hear me now?
Alex, are you still there? Did we lose you, baby?
Here, let me read that last one. I think it was playing the game. The game is played in rounds of 4 phases in which all models of that type must be activated before starting the next phase. Players alternate in activating 1 model each, starting with the player that won the deployment roll-off. Each new round, the players then alternate in starting first.
Does that make sense?
started. Better. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So,
Oh, now it's extra echoes.
that's extra echoes. That's great. Did you tell me that the light was flashing on the microphone?
I didn't.
Okay, it doesn't matter. So, keep reading, Christian.
Alright. Movement. Squadrons may move but right up to their speed value and may freely turn in any direction. Squadrons that move within 2 inches of an enemy squadron must end their move within 2 inches of it and count as engaged.
Why don't you move over here to read?
Where was I? Engaged squadrons can move.
Okay. That's important. Well, you don't have any squadrons, I don't have any squadrons, right? Are the Birds of Prey squadrons on here?
I don't know. There we go. Right there.
They are.
They are.
Yeah.
Like
I don't have any squadrons, so.
Like each ship is
Yeah, each ship is a fighter, basically.
Okay. Okay. Ships. Sorry, just decided to take a peek at Jeff if there was something new, but nope.
Yep.
Ships. Ships must move straight by their full speed value, and may pivot once at any point after half their move. Ships may only use ram actions if they can reach base contact with the target, at which point they immediately stop.
Okay.
Overlapping. If a ship would end its move overlapping another ship, then it must continue to move straight until it is 1 inch away from any ships. Then the ship and any other it moved through each take 1 damage. If a ship ends its move overlapping squadrons, then players may place each other's squadrons anywhere within 1 inch of the ship. Note, that ship that use hold actions may not pivot in such a way that they overlap any other model.
Yeah.
I feel like a newscaster right now. except the camera's over here instead of right in front of me. Okay, here's one. Disengaging. If a ship moves off the table, it is removed from play. And at the end of the round, the player must place it back on the same table edge within 4 inches of where it left.
That makes sense.
Easy target. Model shooting at ships that use a hold action always hit on 2+ until the ship moves again.
So that means if you roll a 2, it hits. If you're fighting a ship that holds. I'm not entirely sure why you would want to hold, like, too much. Like, maybe to do a 180 pivot, that makes sense, but...
Oh, either way, excuse me. If you're moving around, you're sitting there like a pansy. So, if you're not moving around, you're sitting there like a pansy.
Just asking to be hit.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look over here. I'm just chilling.
I'm a target!
Send a 9mm rocket out his bum.
I need one more stand, and I think we're ready to go.
Okay.
If I can find another stand.
So wait, did I already read the ramming targets one? I don't want to keep reading. My voice hurts. Alright. I guess I'll go over ramming again if I haven't already. Ramming. After the ramming ship has moved into contact with the target, compare to max.
Keep reading. It's not. That's not the end of the sentence.
No, actually, that is the end of the sentence. But upgrades of.
Compare the max upgrades of each one.
Compare the max upgrades of each ship. The ship with the lower number takes 2 damage, whilst the other takes 1 damage, and in case of a tie, both ships take 1 damage. The target is then pushed d6 away. What is that?
So when you ram, it does damage, and then you roll a d6 to see how many inches it moves away.
Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah, then push the d6 away if it has the same or lower amount of upgrades. And if this pushes it into another ship or terrain, then it stops and takes 1 damage.
So you can push it into things.
Yep.
All right, so shooting. Models that have range and line of sight to a target may shoot all weapons after moving, but only if they didn't use cruise or ram actions this round. Squadrons that are engaged may only target squadrons that they are engaged with. By the way, if those are squadrons, that means I'm going to have, I think, -1 to hit them. Yeah, specifically because I took anti-ship on my corvettes. That's great. That's great. Alright.
What's it?
Reading so far only 3 letters and we need USA. Okay. To hit. The attacker rolls as many dice. So Christian, grab your ship list.
Are you sure it's not the other head list?
Well, it's not a shit list yet. Okay.
Alright, let's see here.
I need a... Grabbing another... Okay, to hit. The attacker rolls as many dice as the weapon's attack. So if you look on here, you have... Wow, this did not format great. So on here, the turret, which every ship has a turret, has 2 attacks. So at that point, I would roll 2 dice. Okay, a 5 and a 1. Trying to score the target's evasion value. Okay, so the 1 automatically fails. But if I'm trying to hit your neg var, it says evasion value. Yep, evasion value. So I'm trying to score higher than your evasion. So my 5 is higher than your 3 for the neg var, so I would hit the neg var. Okay. To block, the defender rolls as many dice as hits. So roll your dice. And you're trying to score your toughness or higher. So 3 or higher.
I just scored a 2.
That means it hit. Damage. Squadrons are destroyed after taking 2 damage, while ships must assign damage to one of their upgrades. So, see how each one of these has upgrades on here?
Sure.
So, Castle Compound, which it should tell you right here. The ship removes boarding markers on rolls 3+. When a ship is rammed, place 2 boarding markers on a ramming ship. Okay, so that doesn't do any good for... So you could sink damage into that. So it should click 1 damage off. So if I damage you again, you've already scored damage on the castle compound, you have to score your next damage on the castle compound until it's destroyed. Does that make sense? So the one that you choose is gonna soak up damage first.
I'm sure it will make sense when we start going.
It does. Well, that's why on mine I chose armor plating on each of mine because they have 4 boxes for each one. Okay. To one of their upgrades instead, and must continue assigning damage to that upgrade until it's disabled. Upgrades are disabled after taking 2 damage, and if all of the ship's upgrades are disabled, the ship is destroyed. Okay? Morale. If at the end of any round a fleet is down to half or less of its starting ships, then all ships must take a morale test, roll a d6, add the number of non-disabled upgrades the ship has. So you've got 1, 2, 3 on there, or 1, 2, 3, 4 on there. If there's so you roll that. If the result is a 6+, the morale test passes. We're not really gonna do terrain today. I think we're just gonna go. Okay, so where is the camera? Ooh, right there. There's the camera. So this is just gonna be a really quick shoot 'em up game. What color dice do you want?
I'll just take the purple.
Okay. So for entertainment, let's roll in here. And we can't see anything, unfortunately, in there. Maybe we can zoom in on that.
Yeah, we can actually make that just a little bit bigger, just bring it up to the edge of the table there.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Okay. So Christian, set up your ships on...
Okay. So...
Set up your ships on this edge, and I'll set up mine on that edge.
Oh. Oh, that's what I were...
This is really just going to give us a taste of the combat, because these are the basic rules. The advanced rules are much larger. So we're going to, first of all, grab this window, make it bigger. Second of all, go to Dice Cam, see if we can't zoom it a bit. Did that zoom at all?
Oh no, you gotta... get out of all that.
What?
Get out of all that.
Okay.
And minimize that. Just grab the cube.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Does that make it easier to see? A little bit. Okay.
Hang on, let me pull out my phone here.
Alright, so I'm going to deploy my guys on this side of the table with my cruiser. What I did real quick, because I failed on our setup for today, was just throw some ships into a list.
Okay, there we go.
Setup for today. We need one more stand.
Okay, hang on. Let me try this first. 1 second. Just have to go around the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
So, Christian,
Oh, I could have brought my own dark dice today.
well, it's not going to do any good in here. It's light.
I mean, I just...
This whole thing is a disaster anyway, right?
Well... Okay. Just saying, I probably could have brought my own dice in general.
Yeah. Well, did you remember that we were fighting today?
No.
Neither did I. That's why this wasn't set up 6 hours ago. So we're good. All right. So, how many viewers does it say we have? I have it right there. 3. So you're watching, I'm watching, and Alex is there.
One second.
Did you just close it?
No, I didn't.
That means Alex left. Okay, so get your setup on your side of the thing. We're not really doing this for them, we're doing it for us.
Alright.
So this is going to be a melee really quickly because we don't have the same, because the deployment calls for like, is it, what's the deployment in the rules? Get your stuff laid out so you can see it all. Where the pen is the camera line.
Okay.
Oh, well, we did this wrong because we're supposed to roll for the table edge. We need to figure out how to get the whole table in there. Okay, so we're going to roll a dice. So grab your dice. I'm going to grab red, and we're going to roll off to see who goes first.
Alright, so.
Higher roll gets it. You got a 6?
Oh. I got 6.
Okay.
Alright.
I got 5.
I got 3.
Okay, so I'm going first. Alright, so, gonna grab my things. So, my cruiser has a move of 4. He is definitely gonna move. Yeah, he's gonna move. So, measuring from the center of the thing, he's gonna move 4. Okay. And that just reminded me that in the future, we only need to use the new ones so they don't snag on the tabletop. The old ones snag. That one doesn't, but the rest of them do. Okay. My destroyers each move 6. Does movement take place? Okay. I'm just going to conga line this. Because I just want to see how this goes. And again, this is the basic rules. We'll do the advanced rules later. So there's 6. See right there.
So how do you determine the movement again?
If you look on your thing, your guy has a movement and a cruise.
Okay.
And I'm just moving because I want to be able to fire if I can. 6. This guy should be the same thing. And the same thing, because they all have the same 6, right? And then the Corvettes move 8. This Corvette is going to move 8.
How much movement can you do?
You have to move your full movement.
So, all ships gotta move somehow, in some way.
No, you can hold. You can take a hold action, and that allows you, if you want to pivot, see on here on the top where it says hold, move, cruise, and ram. This tells you the order. So this is your move speed if you're going to move, your cruise speed if you're going to cruise, nothing if you're going to hold. And then you can pivot up to 180 degrees. So if I chose to hold here, on this guy, I could go like this.
Huh.
But here, I'll turn this guy. Even though it doesn't really make sense, I'll turn my last guy. So this guy's going to go 8. This guy can move up to 8, and then you can move after half of your movement has gone.
Sorry,
You're okay.
my birthday was getting happy.
So movement goes pivot 90 degrees. So I'm going to go to 4, so that's at least half my move. And then I'm going to pivot 45, like this. And then, is this going to get me in trouble? I may not be able to do this. No, there we go. There we go. So he has turn.
Okay.
Alright? So go ahead and move your guys.
Alright. Bird Praise can move up to 10.
Yeah. They're fast.
So.
I need to grab the second page of the rules because I screwed myself taking anti-ship on all of these. That means it's going to be harder to hit your birds of prey. Bird of preys. Bird of prey cruisers, however you pluralize that. Alex, I'm doing it for everybody. Okay. Anti-ship gets +1 to hit against ships, but only can hit squadrons on a 6+. Which, to put that on a Corvette, this shows how much I wasn't thinking. To put anti-ship on a Corvette was dumb. Was really, really dumb. Because Corvettes are not there to take the ships out, they're there to take the fighters out. We'll change that in the future, but not today. I'm going to move my chair over here. Now, the only reason we're playing on this very limited play area is because we can't get our camera set up right. So this is not a good example of that.
Okay. What is this one?
That's a Katinga. It's the refitted version of the D7 battlecruiser from the original series.
He's only got 8.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you were doing centimeters, brother. You need to be doing inches.
Crap. Hold on. Let's see if this was right.
No, you were supposed to move those 10, right? It looks like you moved them 4.
They're supposed to go a full 10?
Yeah. Actually, I think, can't squadrons go up to their movement? Let's see here. Squadrons may move up to their speed value. So you can move, so squadrons can move anything between 1 and 10.
Okay.
So you could keep those if you could keep that move if you want. But ships have to move their full movement.
Okay. Well, this bird prey hasn't moved yet. So. Sorry.
Well, these are old ships, and their stems, their pegs to fit in the stems they're short, so this can happen.
Alright, so the Katinga can go 8.
Yeah.
That. And
Looks like we got a comment on. We got a comment on the video we did for the Rothana Destroyer. Oh wow, I'm actually the guy who wrote that lore blurb for the fandom Wikia. I wrote that over 10 years ago. I cringed so hard hearing that again. I could do so much better now. Lol. I love the design though. It's Origins Lane Republic at Warmod for Star Wars Empire at War. It's great to see a fan design make its way into the 3D print world. I'm gonna respond to him and say, hey, don't cringe so hard. So hard. I didn't do a great job reading it anyway. That's awesome. How crazy is it that one of my subscribers wrote the lore for a starship that I just put on in a YouTube video.
Hey, stuff happens.
I've only got 900 subscribers. But I'm guessing that all of my subscribers are in the niche of starships, mostly Star Wars starships. Okay, go ahead and move your cavort bird of prey, which is the big one.
Okay.
What does he move?
6.
Okay. So we are basically going to be in range the whole time. That's good.
We're going to crap each other up.
How long have we been streaming? Does it say? 53 minutes? That's not too bad. Alex says, you do it for me, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, baby.
Okay, the Vorcha is
That guy.
6 inches.
Do you remember me having the Vorcha toy? The play-based toy?
Yeah.
That probably started my love affair of the Klingons. Yeah, you feel how it grabs?
Yeah.
That's because the bottom of that one is rough.
And
The Negvar. What's the move? It slows, right?
This is 4. So,
Yeah. I mean, mine only moved 4, so that's okay.
So boom, there you go.
Okay.
4 inches of nothing.
Ha! Ha! That's what my wife gets. Huzzah!
Okay. We don't need to go that far.
Okay. Are you going to be ramming today? I don't know if I'm going to be ramming today. I might try to ram you.
Do you not remember the movie Babe?
I'll ram you. All right. Do we roll off to see? So start squadrons. Oh, so we didn't even do the round right. So each round the players alternate in starting first. So next turn you'll start first for movement. But it goes squadrons, light ships, medium ships, heavy ships.
So smallest to definite biggest.
Yeah, so we did that totally wrong. Ignore our first movement phase. We don't know what the hell we're doing. But it's also that way for fighting too, right? This game is played in rounds of 4 phases. Squadrons, light ships, medium ships, heavy ships. Or is it in which all models of that type must be activated before starting the next phase? Okay, Christian, so I don't have any squadrons, so you go first in combat. So go look at your birds of prey and see what their attack range is down here.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay, so it's 2 inches.
Yeah.
And then
2 dice.
2 dice.
Strength 1. What is strength?
Alex says, "Huzzah!" Oh wait, is it huzzah or Huzzah.
Huzzah. You can't read that? You might need glasses.
No! I refuse.
Well, they tested your eyes when you got your driver's license, right?
Oh yeah.
Then you're fine. But glasses make you be able to read better. Okay, to hit, to block. The defender rolls as many, trying to score his toughness value or higher. Okay, so strength is how you the defender gets X to this roll, where X is the total strength of the attacking weapon. If the target is being shot in the rear, it gets 1+. So, is it a modifier? Yeah, so if you're blocking an attack, you roll a toughness, and your... Okay, hold on a second. 2 block. The defender rolls as many dice as hits, trying to score its toughness value or higher. And for each failed roll, the target takes 1 damage. The defender gets X to this roll, where X is the total strength of the attacking weapon. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused on that too.
Huh. Well, we'll figure it out. So, squadrons. Are your squadrons in range to do anything? Their attack range is 2. Well, I can tell you right now that this is...
No.
Yeah. Okay. So that means light ships. I guess I'm supposed to go first with light ships because I had the initiative last one. Okay, so I have 4 corvettes that are light. The corvettes have turret, which has a range of 12. Here, help me out. Lay it on the table. Okay, so I can hit that guy. I can hit these 2 guys with these 2. And then that one is, oh, pull it a little further. That one is out of range. Go on a Katinga. Do I have a broadside weapon that can hit that? I have an energy cannon, but it's also range 12. So the energy cannon in the broadside of this side can hit that guy. And then this guy can hit that guy. Okay, so give me my red dice.
Yeah, one that's already in the thing.
Okay, so Corvette number 1. This is Corvette number 1. Is going to attack the Vorcha with his turret and his rapid cannon, which gets twin fire. I need the second page for twin fire. Twin fire is the fire maybe twice, picking 2 different targets.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
But that's in broadside, though, right? No, that's in forward. Okay, so this guy is going to fire his turret at this guy.
All right.
So that is strength, or attack 3. Right? Let me see. Destroyer. This is, no, Corvette. 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 We're looking at Corvette. So this Corvette right here. The attack 2 to the Vorcha. So he is strength 0, so there's no modifier on it. And then they both miss, so it doesn't matter. He's going to fire 2 shots, so he's going to get 4 total dice into this guy.
Alright.
Which the dice cam is not working. Because my wife just asked how it's going. Okay, so 4 dice. My strength is 0, so there's no modifiers. So I got. What is your evasion on the Negvar?
Negvar is 3.
Okay, so these 3 hit. And I actually get +1 to. No, that's just the end. No! I did this wrong. We're going to have to reroll. Because the Corvettes don't have twin fire, the destroyers do.
Oh.
So these guys don't have twin fire. So he just has 2 shots, or he has energy cannon is. Oh, and I did that wrong because it's broadside. So totally ignore those attacks. So moving on to Corvette 2, which is this guy, Corvette 2. He's going to fire at the Vorcha. Range 12, attack 2. What's your evasion on the Vorcha?
Vorcha is 4.
Did not hit the Vorcha. Okay. So that is the turn for these 2 guys. This guy is going to fire at. Yeah. This guy is going to fire at your Katinga. This guy is firing at this guy.
Okay.
And it's anti-ship, so the attack roll is +1. So this is number 3. The red guy is number 3, right here. So we roll 3 dice, and they're +1 to hit. So what is your toughness on the Katinga? Or your evasion on this Katinga?
4.
Okay, so this one hits because it's +1 for anti-ship, and this one auto succeeds. So now
Or little Katinga.
we actually have to figure out to block. Okay, so the defender, that shield, rolls as many dice as hits, trying to score its toughness value or higher.
So,
Okay.
2 dice.
So 2 dice, and what's your toughness value?
Toughness
On the Katinga.
is +4.
Okay, so you
4
need to roll a 4 or higher on 2 dice. You got both of them. Okay. So we're going to postpone figuring that out until later. All right. He's out of range for his turret, so that moves it to Corvette 4, which is this guy. Corvette 4 is in range of the Cavort, so he's going to use his turret, which is attack 2, to fire at the Cavort. He got a 3 and a 1. The 1 automatically fails. What is your toughness on the Cavort?
The Cavort.
I think the Cavort's cut off because it's
Cavort is 3.
okay. So that doesn't hit then, right?
Is that
Well,
how that works?
To block, the defender rolls as many dice as hits. Okay, so to hit, for each die that is equal to or higher. Oh, evasion value. We're doing this wrong. What's his evasion value?
3.
Okay, so this does hit because it's equal to or higher than your evasion,
Okay.
right? So now you roll a dice trying to score your toughness or higher. So what's your toughness?
3.
So you want to roll a 3 or higher, which you do. Okay. All right, so that is the end of my light ships. Go ahead. Do you have any light ships? Is the Katinga light? The Katinga is light.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Katinga has. Let me see this. So you have. Let me see your back page. So you have Warlord Shield on the Katinga. Warlord Shield says enemy shooting at the ship in any facing has a weapon gets -1 to strength. So you need to remember that. Me shooting at you means that I get -1 to strength when I'm firing at the Katinga. Okay, you also have the switch gun. This doesn't tell us what. Ooh, this doesn't tell us what facing yours is. We're just gonna pretend. Let's see. Well, let's see what switch gun does. Switch gun does. Switch gun, you get +2 attacks, so that's +2 dice, right? When firing at the same enemy facing as the facing this weapon is mounted at. So we're gonna say here, real quick. We're gonna give the switch gun a front. Oh, do all of your ships have Warlord Shield? Let me see your other page, because that makes your ships harder to hit. The Vorchaw has Warlord Shield. The Negvar doesn't, but it's got Shadowcaster and Castle Compound. Castle Compound doesn't do anything because we're not boarding for this game. But okay, so we need to assign. Okay, so this is broadside. This is front. This is rear.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so shatter responses on the Negvar Christian are broadside. Dude, I think this is old. For your Negvar, we're gonna just really quick assign facing. What facing do you want, front or rear, for your Negvar, for your rapid cannon? That's the one that shoots at 2 different targets.
I'm gonna put those on the butt.
In the rear? Okay.
Yes.
Rear. That means your Shishi missiles have to be front.
Shishi.
That's what it says. Okay, for Cha Decapitator, you probably want that front.
Yeah.
Okay. Front. Then on your... The Cavort doesn't have anything except the turret, and the turret can fire in any direction. You've got armor plating, which makes the Cavort harder to destroy, because it's got 4 upgrades. Nuclear ammo, which gives you a +1 to hit on ships. Right? So +1 to hit on ships. Nuclear ammo is... Turret gets +1 strength. So your turret... So that makes sense. Okay, so this one means +1 strength. 1 STR to turret.
Hey, Zed's in the chat.
Hey, what's up?
You're doing fine.
Okay, so Christian, your Cavort, this guy, gets +1. Is it strength or is it? Where is it? Where to go? So when you're rolling, after you determine that you did damage with your nuclear ammo, when you're rolling against my toughness, you get +1 to that roll with the Cavort. So this is +1 on block. Okay. Katinga is switch gun, which we assign to the front. And then the Borels can fire anyway.
Hey.
Alright, there you go. Okay, so I fired all of my lights. It's your turn to fire your lights, which is just the Katinga, right?
This. Yeah. It's just the continue. The modified D7. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember all the clown stuff.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Okay, so he is... The Katinga only has his turret, right?
Yeah, the switch gun.
What does the switch gun do again? Look at the back page.
Switch gun. Gets two +2 attacks when firing at the same enemy facing as the
enemy facing. So if you fire out of your front, because it's assigned to your front,
okay.
If you fire at another guy's front, like you're about to do with maybe this guy, no, don't turn that. Yeah, if you fire into my front, you get +2 attacks, so +2 dice. So, what is your Katinga's turret?
The turret is...
It's 2 attacks?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll 4. If you want to attack this guy, roll 4 dice to do it, because that's definitely within 12 inches.
Yeah, I'll just... Okay, so...
My toughness is, or my evasion is 4+ on it.
I succeeded in 1.
You succeeded in 2.
Oh, it's +2, right?
No. You get for the switch gun, it gives you more dice.
Oh.
Okay, so, and you're trying to roll my evasion or higher. So 4+. Right? So my evasion is 4, you roll 4, and then the 6 automatically succeeds anyway because it's a 6. Okay, so that means I need to roll as many dice as hits, so 2 dice against my toughness. That what strength is that? Is that strength 0? Because it's your turret, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no modifiers on it. So I'm just trying to beat. My toughness is cut off on all of these. I think that's a 4. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. 4 or higher. Okay, so I took 1 hit. This is Corvette 4. I'm gonna take it on. Oh, it's got stealth rate. What the hell does stealth rate do? Always counts as in cover when targeted from over 12 inches away, so that doesn't matter. So I'm gonna take my stealth rate because we're not gonna use that at all. Okay, so that's your last light ship.
That's my only light ship.
Okay, so we're gonna go on to mediums, which is my 3 destroyers. So this is Destroyer 1, Destroyer 2, Destroyer 3. Okay, so Destroyer 1 has pulse engines, which I should have used earlier because that would have made my ships go faster. Yep. It's okay though. I don't want to get closer to you. He's got a turret in the front and rapid cannon in the front. So, is this guy 12 inches from anything? Oh yeah.
Oh wait.
Hold it tight. Put it down.
Are you looking at centimeters or what?
Inches. We're only looking at inches.
Because it looks twisted.
Well, twist it the other way. Okay.
Still.
Set it flat. See, now I'm getting why they use regular things. Okay, so this guy's not.
Not close enough?
So this looks like he's 13 away.
Yeah.
Here, put it on the other side of that bird of prey. Put the tape on the other side of the bird of prey. That works. That looks even worse. That's 13 and a half. Okay, so that means this guy doesn't have anyone in range for either. Oh no, his turret's 18.
Oh, great.
But his rapid cannon is out of range, so he's only got a turret. So this guy is going to dump into the Negvar. Turret is attack 2, and nothing special on that. Okay, so against your Negvar, Destroyer 1 is firing into the Negvar. He scores 1. What's your evasion?
Evasion is 3.
Okay, so he scores 2. Because they roll a 3. And then you want to block trying to score toughness or higher. So what's your toughness?
The toughness is 3. So.
On your... You're not looking at the right ship. This is the Negvar.
The Negvar, yes, I'm looking at it. It's 3.
Oh, you can see... Never mind. I apologize. So you need to get 2 3s.
I got a 6 and a 1 that failed.
Okay, so strength 1. So I'm going to roll... Okay, so strength 1, I think I understand this now. So my strength 1 means that you're going to try and roll your toughness value, and then because it's strength 1, it's -1 to your roll.
Right.
Okay, so roll toughness on the Negvar.
Is that 1 dice or?
It's just one. It was only 1 hit.
Okay.
What's your toughness?
The toughness is 3.
Okay, so you're looking for a 4 or higher.
4.
Okay. So I'm glad we figured out to block finally. All right, so that is the end of. We're doing this kind of wrong. I think we're supposed to alternate light, medium, heavy. So light, medium, heavy. I don't know. We'll keep playing it the way it is, and I'll ask questions later. Okay, so I'm just gonna go on with Destroyer 2. Destroyer 2 is out of range for Rapid Cannon, but he's got a turret. He's gonna attack the Nagvar. Means I get 2 attacks. So this is Destroyer 2 into the Nagvar.
You must really hate that name.
Well, that's the big ship. I want to get rid of it. I roll 2 4s. Go ahead and roll your evasion. Oh, what's your evasion?
3.
Okay, so those 2 hit. So you want to roll your toughness. So roll your toughness.
4. And 4.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, that did no damage. Great. Alright, so now Destroyer 3, which is this guy. By the way, I think our camera is
Right here.
Yeah, okay. So Destroyer 3 is going to attack the Cavort now. He is also... I don't think that's 12 inches. Help me out. Center of your pole. Center of my pole. Is that the center of your pole?
Yeah, it is the center of the pole.
That is within 12 inches. So I'm going to get you, sucker. Okay, so... Twin Fire means it's 2 different targets, right? Okay, so Twin Fire doesn't matter, because I don't think I'm 12 inches of the Katinga as well.
Let's find out.
Let's see.
Other way. Right.
You can put it on the pole.
Oh.
See how I'm doing it? You twisted. We're twisty. Alright! It is. Okay. So, I'm going to fire my turret into your Cavort. So turret is attack 2. 2 hits.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead and roll your against your toughness.
Okay, so toughness is 3.
And it's -1 to hit. So you need a 4 or higher.
That was 2 dice, right?
Yes. Okay, so you get it. Now I'm going to fire my energy cannon once into this guy and once into this guy, because he's got twin fire. Yeah. Okay, so 3 attacks into the Cavort. So that's 2 hits. So roll 2 dice for your toughness. It's strength 0, by the way, so there's no modifier on it.
Okay. 1 fail, 1 success.
Alright, so take damage on a system. Choose a system to take damage on the Cavort.
It's on this page.
Is that the first damage we've done?
Yeah.
Damn.
So, armored plating.
Yeah, the armor plating should be the natural first choice on there. Same thing with shields when we play with shields. Okay, now rolling 3 dice into the Katinga. What's your evasion on the Katinga?
The Katinga has 4.
Okay, so 1 hit. So roll 1. It's strength 0. So you got it. Okay. That is my destroyers, or my medium ships. So go ahead and attack me with your medium ships.
Did I just have a 1 medium ship?
No, I think both the Cavort and the Warshot are medium.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
I'm gonna get water real quick.
Okay, so Cavort has... Huh.
Your Cavort has just the turret, so range 18, attack 2, strength 1. But it's actually strength 2.
Okay. So, that's the
That's the turret. So how many attack dice does the turret get? What's your attack value?
2.
Okay, so that's 2 dice. Who do you want to attack? We know that this guy's within 12 inches for sure. That guy's also within 12 inches.
Oh, these 2?
Yeah. So this one for sure is. This one for sure is. I'm not sure about this one.
Well, go for this guy.
This Corvette 4.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Corvette 4 is going to take 1 damage too. Okay, so my evasion is 4.
Alright, so. I got a 5.
Okay. So I'm going to roll against my toughness, which is a 4. Except that I would have to get a 6 because it's strength 2. And I failed anyway. So that is. Give me the blue pen. Thank you, sir. One of my 2 systems is dead. On this Corvette, if you destroy the other system, or the energy cannon, that ship is dead.
Alright.
Okay, what does your war child want to shoot at? These 2 are both in range. For sure.
The Vorcha.
Wait, does your turret have 12 or 18 on your medium ships?
On the Convert, that is 18.
Okay. So you could have shot at a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, and
I should have checked that before, I'm sorry.
And the Vorcha is also 18.
Okay, who do you want to shoot at?
Just out of curiosity.
I'm going to get 2 firm or stiff things. So those are 11. That is 13 and a half. That is 14 and a half. This guy is 17 and a half. I'm going to say that's 17 and a half. This guy is 17 and a half. That guy's out of range. That guy's within range. So you could damn. You could shoot at any guy except for
this guy. That's just.
this guy or this guy?
Didn't you say this guy?
This guy. Okay. Shoot. Who do you want to shoot at? You could shoot at this guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's still front. Well, that's not your front facing. That is your broadside facing. Do you have a broadside weapon on your... you need to fire your turret anyway, but do you have a broadside weapon on your workshop?
What's a decapacitator?
Decapitator gets deadly when targeting enemies into rear facing. So you're probably not going to use that today. Deadly is +1 damage per unblocked target. So if you succeed in doing damage, it's 2 damage instead of 1. Okay, so you have just your front facing on the Vorcha. So you have 2 different weapons. Your turret rolls 2 dice. That's strength 1. And your decapitator also has sniper. What's sniper do? Oh, you may pick which upgrade to hit with the decapitator.
So
you have 2 weapons that fire at 18 range. So that's everybody except this guy.
yeah.
One of them rolls 2 dice, and the other one, if you successfully does damage, you choose which upgrade the damage goes to. So who do you want to fire at for your turret?
That's still up I am.
Okay. So that is 17 and a half.
So.
Well, no, that's. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not in the right arc. Those are. No, your turret can hit that because your turret can hit in any arc. Okay, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
The decapitator can only hit these ships. I'm gonna say just these 3. But your turret can hit any of them because it can fire at anything. See how the turret is a whole dot? and then my energy cannon is just out the sides.
Mhm.
And then on the cruise, on this ship, it's only fires out the rear.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna put the two attacks on this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your dice. You're trying to beat a 4+.
And I got a 4.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll for my toughness. I need a 4 or higher. Right? Does it do anything? No, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Dang it. Energy cannon has just taken a hit. Okay, now, who do you want to fire out of these three? The decapitator.
I'll take this guy.
That is Corvette 1. So go ahead and... How many dice is that? Your attacks?
That's just 1.
Okay, so roll 1 dice, and you're trying to beat a 4 or higher. Okay, that automatically hits. I'm going to roll for my toughness, which is 4, which I get. Okay. Alright, so that is the end of the medium ships. Now it's time for the big ships. Finally, this is 1 round, where after this is done, we will have completed 1 round.
I think...
If you want to be done
Yeah.
after 1 round, that's fine. It took us a long time to get this set up, and it's set up totally wrong, so I understand. So my cruiser has a turret that's range 24. Weapons batteries that are broadsides at range 6, so I can't use the weapons battery. And missile cruiser, which is out the rear, so I can't use that. So it's just my turret. Who has taken damage? No, who of yours has taken damage? My brother. My brother.
That would be the Cavort.
Okay. I am firing at your Cavort. I'm firing 2 dice, and it's +2 because it's got a it's +2 to damage.
Oh no!
5 and a 3. What is your toughness or your evasion? Evasion.
Evasion's 3. So
those both hit. And now you need to roll 2 hits against your toughness, and your hits are, what is your toughness?
3.
So you need to roll a 5, right? Yep, strength. Nope. Yep, strength 2. So you have to roll a 5 to get rid of these hits. You rolled 1 5, so you took 1 hit.
Biscuits!
And you have to take it on the thing that's already damaged.
Armored plating it is.
Which is why you have armor plating. Alright, that is the end of my cruiser. Oh, it has nuclear ammo. Hold on. Did I just screw myself? +1 strength. How many dice did you roll?
That was 2. Why?
What was the other one?
One of them was...
Well, what's your toughness?
Toughness is a 3.
Okay, okay, so nuclear hammer doesn't affect your 5. Did you roll 2 dice?
Yeah.
What was the other dice?
I think the other one was a 3.
And what was your toughness?
Yeah, it's 3. Actually, I think it was lower because
Because you took the damage.
I took damage.
Okay, so... Sorry, I'm new at this. Okay, so that's my cruiser.
I do.
Oh, I have Tactical Master too. What does Tactical Master do? Oh, that just chooses at the beginning of the game. You don't have to deploy first with Tactical Master. I took a hero on this. Hi, Ella.
Hello.
Okay, your Nagvar is up.
Ella, come here.
Oh, she's down.
All right. Bar. Oh, the heavy ship.
Alex, that's only because we are learning this. This is the very first time either of us have played this, so that's why. And this is the first time that we're doing opposing roles, which is something you do all the time in Warhammer, but I've never played Warhammer. So that's what's going on. That's why it's slow. That's why we're stopping after round 1. Okay, your Megvar. What weapons does your Megvar have?
Megvar has a turret, which has a range. That makes no sense.
Why?
Because it's 24.
Well, mine was 24.
Okay, and
That's must be the standard turret for the cruiser.
it's also got shattered Spencers, which are broadside weapons.
Okay, I don't think that's range 12. I don't think anything in broadside range is within 12. Maybe this guy? We're going to say yes. This guy is in broadside range 12. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then your Shishi missiles are at your front. So you have twin fire. So that means we need to measure to see if any of these are in 12, because these are in your broadside range of your Neymar as well.
Where'd my thing go?
This one right here. And then, what does Shadowcaster do? Shadowcaster says, whenever the ship overlaps any squadrons, you may place them anywhere within 12. Okay, so that's not relevant. Castle Compound is also not relevant.
Oh.
None of those are.
No one's in range of the...
This one is. This one is in range of your broadside. This is Corvette number 1.
Well, he's going to be taking all the damage. So.
Well, your turret's also... Oh! Shoot. Yes, you have 2 weapons. Okay, so your turret is within 24. That means you can hit any of these guys. Your Shatter Sponson can only hit this guy. And then you have Shishi missiles that have 18 inches, which also covers, I think, anybody in here. Because, yeah. So you can hit with the turret, with the Shatter Sponson, and with Shishi missile. Okay. So, there you go. Let's resolve the turret first, since that's the easiest one. What is your attacks on your turret?
The turret is 2.
Okay, so roll 2 dice, and tell me who you're attacking. You don't have to attack with the turret on this guy. You can, but you don't have to.
I know.
Okay, so that is Corvette 1. Go ahead and roll. My evasion is 4+, so you roll a 4.
And a fail.
Okay, does your turret have anything special? You don't have nuclear ammo or anything in your systems?
Nope.
Okay.
Castle...
Castle doesn't matter because we're not doing...
and Shadowcaster, which...
It's a squadron movement thing.
Oh.
Okay, so that means I need to roll... my toughness is 4+, so I need to roll 4 or higher. Does your turret have any strength?
2.
Turret has 2 strength?
Yeah.
It means I have to roll 6 to get this.
Yeah! Which you just did!
Okay! Alright, so that resolves your turret. Your broadside can only fire at this guy.
Yep.
How many attacks does...
3.
Okay, so roll 3 dice. You're getting a 4 or higher.
I got a 4. That's
Okay.
it.
And then what? It's got broadside and deadly.
Yeah.
Okay, deadly is it deals +1 damage to an unblocked hit. Okay, so I have to roll. How many hits were there? 1.
Yeah.
And what's your strength on that weapon?
Strength is 3.
Okay, so I'm trying to. I have to roll 6, and if I don't roll 6, I'm taking 2 damage instead of 1. Okay. I'm gonna take that on my stealth rig, and
Lost your cloaking ability.
yeah. That's really what it is. Stealth rig, like your birds of prey, should have stealth rig, which I don't think they do. Do they have stealth rig?
I don't see it.
What system does it have?
It doesn't show any systems.
No, it's special Shadow. So Shadow may choose not to be deployed at the start of the game but instead may be deployed anywhere over 12 inches away from enemies at the start of any round after the first. So there's two different, when we're trying to adapt different universes into Warfleets, there's like, I'm making up that these are Klingons. This is actually based on, I think, Eternal Dynasty. So what I've done is I've named these ships Klingon names and given them what I think are Klingon equipment. Okay? So my thought is if it's cloaked, it should be able to just appear anywhere on the board. And that's, so Shadow says, if we were playing a regular game and we knew what we were doing, Shadow says may choose not to be deployed at the start of the game, but instead may be deployed anywhere over 12 inches away from enemies at the start of any round after the first. So if we were playing this right, you could play it at second round. You could play like 13 inches away from any of these guys.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So like you just appear within 13 inches.
Yeah, I'm still right now.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay. Why were we talking about your birds of prey? Oh, because we were comparing my stealth rig to your birds of prey. So that was 1, and it took 2 hits. All right, and so you have one more. What's your Shishi missile?
The Shishi missile.
How many attacks does it have?
2.
Okay. What's the special rules like?
What we put? We decided front.
That was just the front facing though. But so what does Shishi missile say?
Ignores cover. Which,
Well, that doesn't matter for this game anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so fire. What's the range on it?
It's 18.
It's 18, so you can hit pretty much anybody. Okay, so go ahead and fire. Against my evasion, which is 4, so you got 2 hits. So I'm going to roll my toughness, which my stealth rig's done, and that doesn't matter anyway, so I need a 4 or higher. Okay, you actually destroyed a ship. Victory! Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on this half-assed, utterly disastrous, let's teach it ourselves, Grimdark Future Warfleets and do it poorly. We appreciate your comments and the live people that we had participating in chat. We will do better in the future. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.